Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Cafe. I'm Michael, your host. Let me ask you something. Do you enjoy shopping more online or offline? Do you love sitting at home and ordering everything with just one click? Or do you enjoy going out, touching products, and shopping in real life? Well, today's topic is going to be super interesting because today we have a fun debate. Online shopping versus offline shopping. And guess what? I'm on the side of offline shopping, and Sophia is totally on the side of online shopping.
Hey everyone, I'm Sophia. And yes, I believe online shopping is the best. It's easy, fast, and super convenient.
We'll see about that, because I believe nothing can beat the real experience of shopping in a store. So in this episode, we are not just talking, we are going to debate, explain, and share real-life reasons why online shopping is better or why offline shopping is still the king. And the best part? This is not just a debate, this is your English learning practice. Here's why you should watch this full video. You will learn real daily conversation English. You will understand how to express your opinions clearly. You will learn how to agree and disagree in English, and you will improve your listening and speaking skills. So, don't just watch, listen carefully, repeat, and try to speak with us. And one more important thing, if you really want to improve your English, then make sure you watch this video till the end, because every part of this conversation will help you learn something new.
And yes, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the English Cafe, because we bring you simple, fun, and powerful English conversations every day.
Exactly. Hit that subscribe button and join our English learning family. So, are you ready for this exciting debate?
Online shopping or offline shopping?
Let's find out.
Let's begin.
All right, Sophia, let's begin this debate properly. First question, why do you think online shopping is better than offline shopping?
That's a great question, Michael. For me, the biggest reason is convenience. With online shopping, you don't need to go anywhere. You can sit at home, relax, and order anything you want in just a few minutes. This is very helpful, especially for people who have busy schedules.
I understand your point about convenience, but shopping is not just about buying things. It's also about the experience. When you go to a store, you can see the product with your own eyes. You can touch it, check the quality, and feel more confident before buying.
That's true, but online shopping has improved a lot. Now you can see high-quality images, watch videos, and read detailed descriptions. You can also check customer reviews, which help you understand the product better.
But can you really trust all those reviews? Sometimes reviews are not real and people can get confused. In a physical store, what you see is what you get. There is no confusion, no guessing.
I agree that not all reviews are perfect, but if you read multiple reviews, you can get a clear idea. Also, online shopping gives you many options. You can compare different products, prices, and brands very easily.
Yes, but too many options can also be a problem. People can feel confused and spend too much time deciding. In offline shopping, choices are limited, so decisions are faster and easier.
But having more choices is usually a good thing. You can find exactly what you want instead of settling for something available in the store. And let's talk about price. Online shopping often gives better deals. There are discounts, offers, and special sales.
Sometimes that's true, but not always. In offline shopping, you can talk to the seller and negotiate the price. You can build a connection and sometimes get a better deal through communication.
Negotiation is not easy for everyone. Some people feel uncomfortable doing that. Online shopping is simple. The price is fixed and you can choose what fits your budget.
All right, but what about delivery time? If I need something urgently, I can go to a store and get it immediately. With online shopping, you have to wait, and sometimes delays happen.
Yes, waiting is part of online shopping, but many platforms now offer fast delivery, sometimes even on the same day. And honestly, waiting a little is fine if you're saving time and effort.
Let's talk about trust again. In offline shopping, there is no risk of getting the wrong product. You check everything before you buy, so you feel more confident.
But online shopping has return and exchange options. If you don't like the product, you can send it back and get your money refunded or exchange it.
But the return process can take time. Sometimes it becomes frustrating, especially if you need the product quickly.
That can happen, but still, it gives you flexibility. In many offline stores, once you buy something, you cannot return it at all.
Fair enough. But offline shopping is more than just buying things. It is a social activity. You can go out with friends or family, spend time together, and enjoy the experience.
I agree, that part is special, but online shopping is more comfortable. No crowds, no waiting in long lines, no travel, and no stress. You can shop anytime, morning, evening, or even late at night.
But that comfort can make people less active. They may stop going out and become too dependent on technology.
Or you can say it makes life easier and more efficient. Technology helps us save time, and we can use that time for other important things.
Another important point is product quality. In offline shopping, you can try clothes, check the material, and make sure everything is perfect before buying.
Yes, but online platforms now provide size guides, customer photos, and detailed information. These tools help people make better decisions and reduce mistakes.
Still, many people face size or quality issues when they shop online.
That's true, but exchange options solve that problem in most cases. You don't need to visit multiple stores again and again, which saves time and energy.
Let's talk about local businesses. Offline shopping supports small shops and local sellers. If everyone shops online, small businesses may struggle to survive.
That is a very important point, but many small businesses now are using online platforms to grow. They can reach more customers and expand beyond their local area.
Yes, that is a positive side of online platforms, but still, the personal connection you get in offline shopping is hard to replace.
I agree with that. Talking to the shopkeeper, getting suggestions, and building trust is something special.
Exactly. In offline shopping, you also learn communication skills and interact with people directly.
And in online shopping, you learn how to compare, research, and make smart decisions digitally.
So, both types of shopping teach different skills.
Yes, and both are useful in their own way.
So, we can say that offline shopping is better for experience, trust, and instant buying.
And online shopping is better for convenience, comfort, variety, and better deals.
And the choice depends on the situation.
Exactly. Sometimes online is better, and sometimes offline is the better option.
All right, everyone. We've reached the end of today's episode. And honestly, this was a very fun and meaningful debate. Today, we discussed a very real-life topic: online shopping versus offline shopping, something we all experience in our daily lives. And if you stayed with us till the end, that means you are serious about improving your English, and that's a great habit.
Yes, and I really hope you didn't just listen. I hope you actually understood how we built sentences, how we explained our opinions, and how we used simple English to express big ideas. Remember, the key to learning English is not just watching, it is repeating, practicing, and speaking out loud every single day.
Exactly. Try this right now. Take 1 or 2 sentences from today's conversation and repeat them. Say them with confidence, even if you make mistakes. That's how real improvement happens. And also, try to think in English instead of translating from your language.
And don't forget, your practice doesn't stop here. You can pause the video, go back, repeat the sentences, and even try to create your own answers using the same ideas. This simple habit can completely change your English speaking skills over time.
Now, before we end, we have a small request for you. If you enjoyed this video and learned something useful today, then make sure you subscribe to the English Cafe and become part of our learning family. We bring these real-life conversations so that you can learn English in a natural and easy way.
And yes, your support really motivates us. So don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and help someone else start their English learning journey too.
And one more exciting thing, we want your ideas. Tell us in the comments, what topic should we cover in the next episode? It can be anything, daily life, relationships, technology, travel, or another fun debate like this one.
And if you are new here, this is your sign to start today. Don't wait for the perfect time, just start watching and speaking along with us. Because every video you watch here is a step closer to fluent English.
So keep that energy high, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself, because you are improving more than you think.
We'll see you very soon in the next episode with another interesting topic and more powerful English practice. Take care and keep learning with the English Cafe.